Hello, students. Uh, it's great to be interacting with you after a long time today. We are all under a lockdown for the next 3 weeks, and there is no lack of information about what we need to do and how we need to be in these difficult times. But we need to remember that if we listen to what's being told, if we listen to the government, to the authorities, to the instructions being passed on, we shall get through this time. This is a tough time, but we shall get through this. Now, hopefully, we will be seeing each other after this lockdown. Till then, we need to be interacting through a screen. Today, I want to talk to you about journal writing. It's very similar to what you might have heard as diary entries. So let me talk to you about how you can keep a journal through these difficult days where you are under a lockdown inside your house, and we all know how difficult it is for you to do that. See, we need to understand the importance of collecting our thoughts. We are living in times that are unprecedented. Things like these have never happened in yours and mine lifetime. We need to take stock of what we are feeling, what we are seeing around us, and write them down for posterity, for future, for looking back. So these are the reasons why we need to write down a journal, why we need to preserve our thoughts. Because human memory is frail and we might forget what we were feeling, what we did on a particular day during the lockdown. But our journal will not forget, and it will remind of these times in future. So it will help preserve our thoughts. Then it will help us process our feelings. We might be feeling overwhelmed. Right now you might be feeling very happy because you don't have to come to school. But trust me, it gets boring and overwhelming after a few days. You want to step out, you want to come to the school, you want to meet your friends, you want to see your teachers. At least for teachers, I know teachers are missing you a lot. I am missing you. I want to see my students, I want to talk to them. I want to talk to you all, I want to interact, I want to have our classes. This is not the perfect medium of interaction, but we're making the most of it right now. So we need to process our feelings. If we are feeling happy, we need to write it down. If we are feeling sad, slightly depressed, we need to write it down. If we are feeling overwhelmed with all that's happening around us, we need to put it down on paper. Why? Because putting it down on paper will help us process what's going on. It will make things real. It will give you reasons and insights into understanding why it is happening, what's happening, how you can get through these feelings. And once you write it down, especially the not so happy feelings, you feel that you can move past them. You can do other things now. You have processed them. Another reason of writing a journal, keeping a journal, can be to bring a discipline in these unorganized and undisciplined and haphazard times. Right, we hardly have any sense of routine now. All our family members are with us inside the house all the time. We are not going to schools, we are not going to offices, we are not going even for an evening walk. So this unorganized mess can be organized a bit and can feel disciplined if we start putting it down on the paper. Now we shall discuss how to write a journal. How are we going to put down our feelings? Now it's a very free activity. It depends on you, your style of writing, your mode of thoughts, how you think things, and then how you put them down on the paper. But here are a few pointers that can help you putting down your feelings in your journal. You have to find the right space and time. Now we are very limited in terms of space because all we have are our houses. We can't go out. We can't go in the park and sit down and write anymore. So find a corner of your house. It might be your study table, it might be your room, it might be the terrace. Find a quiet space that allows you to recollect what you've been thinking, what you've been going through. It is the ideal space to sit and write in. After you have found the right space, allocate a definite time for writing. It could be at night, it could be in the morning. Advisable time is during between evening to night time, post dinner. Why? Because you remember all that has happened throughout the day and you haven't slept over it. Once you sleep over it and get up next day, you might have forgotten about a few things or a few feelings that were bothering you or were filling your head yesterday. So the ideal time is during the evening or at night before you sleep. So after you have finalized your space and time, you also need to give yourself a certain amount of time. Now this time can be ideally between 15 to 20 minutes. Why? Because more than that, it will become too much. Why? Because we might have a lot and it might spiral down into an uncontrolled stream of thoughts where we are writing about everything and then it becomes endless as an exercise and loses its meaning. So allocate a specific time between 15 to 20 minutes. Sit down, keep a clock, keep a timer with you so that you can stop after that time. Try to write everything down within those 15-20 minutes. Now, how to write it? It's normal to feel overwhelmed and face difficulties while writing things down. How do we do that? So, first of all, just sit down on your table or whatever space you have allocated yourself to write your journal in. Then close your eyes for 2 minutes. Reflect on what has happened throughout the day, from the morning to the evening or the night time. Ask yourselves questions. How did I utilize my morning? What did I do in the afternoon? What happened in the household? What news did I get today? What made me happy today? What made me sad today? What am I looking forward to tomorrow? What am I not able to let go of from yesterday? These are the questions that will help you process your feelings and write them down. After you have asked these questions, dive in, start writing, however it comes to you. Do not worry about chronology, about sequence, about the perfect language, the right words, about a certain formality. This is freestyle writing. You have to write for yourself. Do not worry about syntax and format. Just write what you're feeling. Key starters of sentences can be like I feel, I wonder, I think. These are the starting points which will lead you to interesting sentences. After you have done your journal entry, read it. While you're reading your journal entry, you will find something is missing and you can add your additional thoughts at the end. You could be writing about your dreams, the games you played, the movies or shows you were watching, the books that you are reading. What do you want to do after this lockdown ends? Anything. After you have done your writing, put the date on the top and give a title to your journal entry. Now let these come naturally. Do not try to manufacture a fancy title. Just let it come naturally. Now, another thing that you need to be careful about, you have to write very honestly. Journal writing is about truth. You can't be writing about what's imaginary. I mean, you can write about your dreams, but do not manufacture details. Write what is true, write what is happening, write what you're feeling. After this lockdown ends, this period ends, and we all come together at school, you can choose to show this journal to us. Or if you feel at that point of time, after reading your journal, that these things are too personal, you can choose to not show it to us, your teachers. If you are comfortable showing your work, your journal entries to us, we will try and compile a booklet of your best journal entries, a specimen of what we all went through during these difficult times. You can also attach pictures or sketches with your journal entries. Make a sketch every day if you're good at it. Make a painting, click a few pictures, attach them with your journal entries that remind you of the particular day pictorially, graphically, visually. So, we shall meet again, hopefully very soon, for more activities and academic lessons also. You can write to me about your questions and your thoughts at my email aditya.mishra@grandcolumbus.com. Be safe, keep others safe, and happy journaling. Thank you.